So today we're gonna work to improve our Wi-Fi in the house because it's been pretty terrible actually in many ways, especially for this device. This is an older iPad mini something, whatever iPad mini just, let me take my shoes off. Whatever iPad mini just stopped getting iPadOS 13 updates. So what we're getting on this, I did some tests yesterday with speed test, and my results are pretty abysmal. They're pretty abysmal, really. My results are in her room. So this is my office. I have a 3-floor house, office, kitchen, my bedroom, all right, kitchen, TV area, my daughter's bedroom. Top corner of the house, I'm getting 2.59 down and 0.4 up. In my office this morning, I'm getting 2.0 down and 79 up. Pretty good. With my iPad, I am getting 300 each way pretty much, you know, with the vagaries of internet, 290 sometimes, stuff like that. So what I want is for this iPad to be able to get the 2079, let me run another test while we're talking. I want this iPad to get its maximum speed everywhere in the house, and that should help out. We're having some trouble with the Apple TV as well, not always getting, taking a while to stream, buffering often, and that's not gonna work, and it's sitting right beside a Plex server. And again, we're having issues there. So we want it to not buffer, to just work well, and to do good, to perform well all the time. And that's where Eero is. Oh, look at that. We're getting like, oh, I don't know why I did that. All right, we just got like 59 each way, or 50 each way, which is good. So I want 50-ish each way so that she could FaceTime in her room, or if she's allowed to watch some YouTube videos, that she can do that in her room. And this is where one of the Black Friday sales comes in. Yeah, that's right. Eero. So let's get this going. See what it does. I've never set up Eero. I have literally never even looked at the documentation. This has been sitting here for a couple days. I'm just hoping that I can set it up and I don't look like a super huge, terrible dork that doesn't get this stuff on the video. So the Black Friday deal was like $225 off. It is not Eero Pro, so it gets me like 300 each way, which is fine enough for now, and it covers 460 square meters, which is like 5,000 feet. This is not 5,000 feet. My plan is, again, to stick one here. So under this milk crate here is where our Wi-Fi router is. And I put one here. I want to put one in the TV area, right? Kitchen's above me. One in the TV area, and then one in my room on the dresser, so that it's like I have 2 floors, and hopefully I blanket the entire house with this. Oh, it's a slide. So we get an Eero beacon. It's not too bad in size, really. All right, here it is against an iPad mini. It's not too bad. Get 3 of those, and I get just a few ways to get the app. I get 3 power cords. I get 1 Ethernet cable. It actually says, I have to get my iPad. It says download the Eero app. Let's go to the App Store. Eero Home Wi-Fi. Okay. Disconnect your modem and anything connected to it. So I'm actually going to be leaving my 2 computers up there wired. My iPad has a Ethernet connection, which will come directly out of the modem. my standard cable modem and my cable TELUS, whatever, my standard router, and my Mac will also stay plugged in. So they're going to lose Wi-Fi or internet connection now. My Mac will, at least, because it's not even on the Wi-Fi network. It's just plugged in. Okay. Create an Eero account. My phone is probably off. Say they're sending me a message with an activation code. But I put my phone number in wrong. No, I can't actually set it up on my iPad because it doesn't have a cellular connection. Ugh. So, back to this, and we'll set up Eero over here. On my phone. Now, Eero on my phone. Next. Let's get started. Log in. Now it's emailing me my verification code. I hate verification codes. Just don't do it. Just give me a password. Give me a password. Would not email me the password. Anyways, now I'm logged in on my phone. So I guess I'll be shutting Wi-Fi down probably. I have an Eero, not an Eero Pro. Here's what I need to set up. I need an Eero, a power cord, and the Ethernet cord, all right? So that gives me to start. Start. Let's unplug and restart my modem. I'm gonna skip that step. Connect Eero Pro. Okay, so my router is actually the modem as well. So I just need to plug my Eero because it says now connect your Eero Pro into the modem instead, but I need to keep that all together. So I'm not gonna unplug it. I'm gonna take my Eero. Oh, they're USB-C power, cool. Stick it on top here. Ugh. Plug it into one of my Ethernet ports. Cables have to go up this way. Plug in my Eero here. Long enough? Just long enough. Good. Plug it in. Ugh. Okay. Now plugged in. Yep. Plug the Eero into the power. Done. Allow Bluetooth access. Okay. Looking for my Eero. Is that light on here blinking? Oh, now it's blue. Oh, Now it's found. Eero detected. Where is my Eero? It's in the basement. This is my network name. What do I want to call it? Count Doku. Because network password, this will return to one password. Unlock. Let's add a new router. Wireless router. Generate a password. Done. Let's copy my password. Paste. I'm agreeing to Eero's terms. It's now setting up my network. It's online. All right, now we need to add a device. So let's go add a device upstairs to my internet. And I gotta jam this all in my pockets, I suppose. All right, so we're gonna add this second device now. And up here, I gotta be careful that I don't put this on one of the switched outlets here. I actually, for a while, had my Apple TV and my computer and a bunch of stuff hooked up to the switched outlet, in which case it kept turning off on me and I couldn't figure out why. I figured it was like because of the HDMI stuff, but my TV's too old for that. So I need to make sure I plug it in to a proper outlet. Ooh, I'm running out of outlets up here actually. And I only have one outlet, so I can't. I have to plug it directly into the wall. There we go. So let's add a device. No, I don't want to do that. Add an Eero device. Continue that one. It's a long home. 3 floors. So I've got this like setup thing where I describe my house now. Next. Yeah. Place it centrally as possible, but I'm not sticking it on the stairs or right in the middle of the kitchen, so this is where it goes. Next tip. Yeah, place one on every floor. Yeah. In the open, this is in the open, not underneath things. Like my one downstairs is gonna be underneath stuff. Next. Away from large electronics. Oh, well, you know. That seems silly. Yeah, of course it's near electronics. It's an electronic thing. And then next, and the power cord and Eero next. And on a hard surface, mostly hard, sitting on a bunch of electrical cords. Next, looking for my device. Yep, oh, it's got it again. Hang tight, we're testing your placement. It's got some animation now. Testing my placement. I've got a third device to add though, so I suppose according to them, ideally I'd probably put it like in my wife's office space in the kitchen. But I don't want to do that because she doesn't want that either. She doesn't want that directly in her space. Let's just retry. I'm not relocating it. I'm just gonna exit setup. What? Add an Eero device. Next. Skip the tips this time. Next. Next. It's looking for it again. Yeah, blinking blue. It's found it. I don't want to run the placement test. I'm gonna have to lie to it, aren't I? I'm gonna put it in one spot and then I'm gonna move it after. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Put it in one spot and then move it after. Okay, so let me unplug it. Exit out of this. Let's unplug it and lie to it where it's gonna be. So I decided not to lie to it. I can kind of put it up there, out of the way. It won't be in the way. And we're at run a placement test, and I'll just at some point have to deal with that cord and make it look tidier. Run placement test. Should get a good connection. We're literally standing on top of my office right now. It's actually one complaint I have about this house is that my kids stomp in the kitchen all the time, and then yeah, it's loud in my office sometimes. So that's out of the way. It does take up one plug on the wall, but we actually never use those plugs. You've placed it like a champion. Now set its location. It's kitchen. Kitchen. Really, it means I'm just close enough to the other one. It doesn't, yeah, anyway. Because my other one is like, not quite as far away. Setting up my Eero. Good, so it likes this one. That's good. And I've got the other one that will go again directly above this. So basically it'll be all on one chunk of the house. It won't be spread out at all. It'll be all kind of straight up and down. And hopefully that helps my daughter's internet in her room. And helps the TV too. Let's continue setting up our next Eero. Okay, next location up the stairs. All right, so we're upstairs now. And plug the Eero in on my wife's dresser, which I won't let you see because it's terribly messy. Because, you know, that's normal. I don't need to see the placement guide. Out in the open, it's on a hard surface. Mostly out in the open, there's some pictures around it. Looking for my Eero, make sure it's flashing blue. It's not flashing blue yet. Now it's flashing blue. Okay. I had to make an extra trip downstairs for like one of those 3-plug splitter things that are cheap. Run placement test. It's probably gonna say it's great because the other Eero is like directly beneath our feet. What I'm gonna do after this placement test, if it all goes according to plan, is, I thought it was out of focus there, is actually see if I can take the other Eero and put it back in that original spot by the TV to see if it'll say, hey, this is good now, because there's 2 other Eeros trying to connect to it. And if so, then I'll leave it there because that's really where I want it, kind of out of the way, in the other massive cables already. Oh, I placed it like a champion. Surprise, surprise, because there's like 3, right? It's in a bedroom, setting up my Eero. It's connecting to the internet. My Eero's set up. Nope, I'm all set. Eero needs to be updated. Notify me when it's done. Allow. So Eero is going to send me a notification when my Eeros are updated, and they are all updating currently. So we'll come back with that in a minute. I'm going to let them all update. I'm going to bring the purple iPad up here that has the worst connection, and I'm going to try it at the far end of the hallway. My daughter's bedroom is a terrible mess, so I'm not going to show that to you, which is pretty close to her bedroom, and then we can see how that does. So let this update, and I'll get everything on this Wi-Fi network, and we should be okay. I hope we're okay. So we're back. Kitchen is back in kitchen. It's back online, and so they have a, why did I say red back there? This kitchen is offline. Why is it offline? Reset. Restart. restarting that Eero now. In the meantime, let's go back into the Eero app. It's restarted. It says it's back online. Good. Okay, so I've got this like, what is it? Little blue toggle up in the corner here. It says add a device. You can add a device, share a Wi-Fi device. I'm gonna share my main network. And it says I can scan a QR code. So let's see. It says join the network. Join. Let's check her settings now. Are we on the proper network? It does. Sweet. So I'm on the proper network. Let's forget our old one because I don't want anyone on our old one. Forget. Let's run speed test again. So yesterday up here, I couldn't get like anything. There was no connection up here. It just timed out and said, that's an error, I can't do it. And so right now I'm getting 24, 25. That's pretty good. What else I could try? I could try speed test up on the Mac Mini that's up here to see how speed test is going for that. So, she's getting like 30 and 30, which is pretty good. I'll take 30 and 30 for her. 30 and 30 for her is gonna be okay. We'll test it up in her room in a minute. I'm getting like 100 each way, which is good. Yeah. Oh. Mouse is upside down. Close. So let's get. Oh, all my batteries are low. All right. Deal with that in a second. But let's get you. On the proper Wi-Fi network now. I guess I could just do it here, can't I? Forgot about that. It just got on the Wi-Fi network without me doing anything. There you go. My Mac just got on the network without me doing anything. Let's go to speedtest.net. So this computer here is a 2012 Mac Mini. We're getting 84 down, and I'm not actually sure what the Wi-Fi chip is capable of. Like if it's not AX or anything, it might be G. It might be G, might be N. I don't know. I'm sure you can look it up. I'm sure maybe I'll just put something in the bottom here, but that's not terrible. 82 and 57. We'll take that. All right, I'm gonna run a few more tests around the house to see where we're at and make sure I get all the devices that are here on that network, and that's it. So all told, including updating the software, including like running up and down multiple times to make sure that I had like the videos, lights, and cables and stuff like that, this has taken me 1 hour. So that's from everything, literally from I started timing when I started setting up the camera for my first shot to like every little up and down to everything. It took me about an hour. That means you could probably do it in like 30, 45 minutes instead of the 1 hour it took me. And Feels pretty easy. I think we're okay. If I have an issue and I do more tests, you'll see me again. All right, I am back and you do see me again, but there were no more issues. It's works fine. I've been pretty happy with the Eero. I don't see 300 megabytes each way on my iPad Pro anymore, but I see like 200, so that's good enough. And for the kids, they're seeing like 50 and 50 each way, which has mostly meant that their audiobooks played out of Epic work. Before they'd play one chapter and they hadn't like preloaded the other chapter fast enough, so they wouldn't work, and they'd have audiobooks and you have to be up there like 6 times at night and a whole bunch of other stuff. My wife has been finding the audio or the internet works way better now. She's happy with it. So ultimately, I'm happy with the purchase of the Eero. It has improved the Wi-Fi and it has mostly decreased the amount of time that I have to go fix Wi-Fi for other people. So thanks for watching. Yeah, thanks for watching me muddle through setting up an Eero. And you're welcome if you wondered if you could set up an Eero, and then I just proved to you that you might be able to. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, you can make sure you don't miss any by subscribing below. Make sure you hit that little bell icon so you get notifications if you like notifications. Although, I gotta be honest, I hate them. If you'd like to support the channel, like to make sure that the videos keep coming, that the content keeps coming, you can support me on patreon.com/Curtis McHale. Have an awesome day.